Hey YouTube friends, we're the Dead Talkers. My name is Wendy,
Patricia,
Annalie, and we are here today to talk about Season 6, Episode 3, named Thank You, of The Walking Dead. I'm not sure if I made that clear. And so before we get started, if you have not seen Episode 3, this is a huge spoiler alert, so pause this video, go watch the episode, and then come back to us later. So don't forget to subscribe so that we show up in your newsfeed and you can hang out with us on a weekly basis to discuss our favorite show, The Walking Dead. Okay? Yay! So anyway, how about we get started?
Okay, well we're going to start with the first scene. We see Glenn running through the woods, forest, whatever, the wooded area. And you see the A-team is back.
Yes.
And we see Michonne, my favorite. Rick is there. And then some random Alexandrians.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Heath also. And we met Annie and Scott also from episode 2. They came to the door when Eugene was at the door, remember? They came with Heath. Okay, they did.
Okay, Patricia.
Anyway, so we didn't meet them, but
we saw
them again.
Okay.
And they're running through. The horn was still blowing. Still blowing, right?
Yes.
The horn is still blowing, so they're trying to figure out what's going on. Half of the herd has been diverted.
Yes.
So they're trying to head it off or find out where the noise is, I think. That was what their purpose was.
And they're communicating with Daryl.
Yes.
Just saying that as I understand it, for him to keep going because he needs to continue the herd to go away from Alexandria.
At least that part.
At least that part, so that they don't all follow.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Rick, I guess they separate because Rick is going to go get the RV and try to meet them. I wasn't clear on where he was trying to meet them. I wasn't clear about that. I have to look at that again. And Michonne and Glenn were supposed to get the Alexandrians back to Alexandria.
But mainly themselves. As long as they brought themselves, Rick made sure to say, you know, it's only a bonus if the Alexandrians also make it.
But I think he was thinking, yeah, they needed to all go, but if they slow them down or
if
did
they
something,
puts them at risk for getting eaten.
Right.
And of course, they do.
Yes. And then and the one guy, you know, complaining about Rick, saying that Rick has done this. Rick killed Carter, which I'm glad Michonne said Carter was already dead.
Yeah.
So, and then it's funny how he was complaining, and then while they're talking, he's over there getting attacked by a walker, and he's dead. He's dead.
So he's
dead.
Yeah.
Yes. But the one thing, the other, like Heath and Scott and those guys were kind of looking, they had what did they have? What did they have?
Like
a type of feeling about that?
They felt some type of way?
Yes, they were feeling some type of way. They were feeling some type of way about the way Rick was going through his clothing, getting scavenging, or they were looking like, okay,
I just think that's good planning because he did not know what was going to be happening. He didn't know what he was going to be confronted with. It's also a matter of habit.
Yeah, I think that's his survival mode, you know.
Also, if he has weapons on him, I mean, you just don't want to leave weapons
they took the weapons
laying there for the wolves to get it and come out on the
other.
other.
He also took other things.
Well,
but I mean, that's fine.
I'm go to waste.
Right, I'm okay with it. But they were
dead, so he won't miss it.
But they were just looking at him like, because now we all know if Michonne was laying there or Daryl was laying there, he would not have been going through their things.
No,
he wouldn't have.
No.
And so that's why they were feeling some type of way. Because.
Did you think he would have cried?
Oh yeah, he'd been through. He'd been messed up like he was with Lori.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yes. So that was, you know, they were kind of looking, and it was kind of like, I guess they were thinking that maybe he was cold. about it.
I wasn't judgy about it.
No. I mean, I wasn't, but I know that they had that.
Yeah.
They were feeling some type of way. I think I'm saying that too much now. I've overed it.
I like it. What do you guys think? Are you saying it too much?
What type of way do you feel about it?
And did you think that Rick was being cold?
Yeah.
By doing that?
Well, that was Andrea and stuff. I mean, understandably so, but I mean, I didn't
They
care.
also haven't been confronted with everything that they're being confronted with now.
Right.
So while I think some of like the crew would have not even really thought twice about it, I guess maybe to the Alexandrites.
Alexandrians? Yeah. Alexandrites.
Probably like,
yeah. But okay, so they're still going, and Rick tells them, you know, like you were saying, you know, go. Everybody needs to go and be safe, but if they slow you down, you know, you just need to leave them. And Heath overheard it.
Yeah, he did not like that very much.
Didn't.
And then he kept trying to be coming at Michelle.
Yeah, very salty. Yes.
Very salty. Like, like every little jab he could have made.
Yeah.
And she was looking like,
is he talking about me?
is he being Was that a jab?
No, he didn't just. Yeah.
She was. Oh, he was.
He was.
And she confronted him.
Yeah, she did, and I thought that was great. And I even wrote the line down.
Oh my God! Oh, good.
Where is it? Have you ever done things to make you afraid of yourself afterward? And I thought that was, you know, when you're thinking about if you've done something so horrible or bad that you're even afraid of yourself. And that's the kind of things that they've been faced with having to do. And Heath and the Alexandrians have never encountered anything like that.
And this next thing, because Patricia takes notes, where she goes, have you ever been covered in so much blood that you didn't know if it was yours or the walkers or your friends? Huh? I'm coming back to that later. Just remember that.
Yes. And then he was shut down.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
And I was like, yes. And he learned.
Oh yeah,
because she was gonna learn him.
Yes.
And he learned.
He did. He did learn. But so they are. They get trapped in a pet store.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like really waiting for like a zombie animal to be like in the cage. I was like,
I was looking for it.
Zombie animal? They're not
I don't know. Did you just like? I think they were like,
yeah, they don't because we've seen.
I was waiting for it.
They don't. But you still.
When they were walking slow, like through the aisles, and I can just imagine like a little zombie animal going, and then they like jumping.
But it did look like there were some dead animals. So.
Well, yeah, dead. I expected dead, but not zombie.
I don't know.
The animals aren't zombie in this universe.
I don't know.
It didn't come.
Yeah, and
it didn't happen.
Yeah. And it's not good.
But I get very startly, so I was just waiting for something to pop out.
But let's see what was going on in there. They're trying to figure out a way to get out.
Well, all the zombies, right?
Yes.
They were hiding.
Yes. And Glenn was going to go, he and Nicholas were going to go and set fire to the feed store.
Yeah.
To divert the zombies away from them so that they could get out.
Yeah.
And Nicholas also was having some problems. He's having some type of trauma reaction or...
I thought it was very like PTSD.
Like how Glenn said, you're not that person anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so he would snap out of it and, you know.
Yeah. Shaking him.
Yeah.
You're not that person anymore. And then he would like...
Yeah, but he didn't. But and I know that he was experiencing some of that because he was... I think I said that he came back to the scene of the crime where they lost all those people that they talked about. He and I forget his name, Spencer. No, Spencer's the other brother. Well, whichever other son of Deanna's, they talked about losing those people, and that was the scene of where they did that, and they even had the walker there that they knew that he knew that because they left them behind.
So it triggered him.
Yes. So he was like, oh yeah.
And I was wondering because when he went to kill that, would you call it killing the walker? Yeah.
Kill a walker.
Yeah. Like, I was almost kind of like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah,
he was holding on a little too long.
Oh, you mean when he stabbed?
Like, I felt like, I don't know, I felt like something could have happened.
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I was like, yeah.
But you almost started liking him a little bit more. Because
Who,
Nicholas
Nicholas?
was kind of so hated.
I don't know that I liked him.
Like him more.
More.
Not as hated. I feel like I didn't hate him as much.
I didn't think of him, yeah.
Because I kind of hated him. Glenn
Like,
had forgiven Nicholas completely.
Oh, yeah,
which was
did.
crazy to me because, yeah, it's one thing where, you know, he messed up and Noah died, but then after that, he also tried to kill Glenn on purpose several occasions after that, which would be hard to forgive.
But Glenn is that type of person that he...
Yeah, I think it says a lot to who he is.
His character. Even in a post-apocalyptic world, he's one that really held on to his humanity.
Right.
He really did. And, something I wanted to say about Heath, again, I want to come back to Heath as far as him being salty, as far as leaving people behind, and telling Michonne, you know, we don't leave.
Oh, yeah.
We don't leave. And when we all know that Alexandrian's motto is leave people behind. And even within that group, when they started, the one guy, as soon as they had the first encounter with walkers, he was gone. See ya. See ya.
Out.
So,
running like a maniac.
So I don't know why he was on this high horse, because there was no reason for him to be, and then maybe he was just talking about his group, you know, himself, Annie and Scott. Maybe that's.
And you might be right there, because if you are the kind of group that goes on runs, you won't survive long if you're just running away for sight of a walker and just leave your friends to.
And that's what Nicholas was doing. I mean, they were doing the runs, and they were leaving people left and right.
How do you survive?
Just maybe that particular group.
Yeah, I think maybe it was just his group.
Yeah.
Were the only ones that weren't leaving people, but
yeah,
everybody else was.
Time.
Yeah.
Right? So.
But everybody else was. So for him to be on his high horse with Michonne, you know.
He was being a little snotty.
Yeah. But anyway, she shut that down. So. Let me see what else was going on. Rick, no, nothing. At that time, what was going on? Well, I guess Rick did get, he cut his hand. He cut his hand when he was fighting that walker, when he was running. He cut his hand. It was 3 walkers, right?
But I freaked out for a second, because I literally thought, did something happen to him? You know, because I'm thinking he's holding the knife with his right hand, but it's his left hand that I think appeared injured, that he was like this when he's driving and he's holding it up.
I don't remember which one.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
Like maybe he was bit?
Or something. Yeah, something. Because it was during that encounter.
Right. And then Rick is parked, and guess who shows up shooting at Rick? The wolf
guy.
That, oh my goodness. That Morgan let go.
Yeah.
That little group.
With the gun.
Yes.
That he took before he left.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's shooting at Rick.
Like we said.
Yes.
What happened last week.
But because we know that Rick is a stone cold killer.
Yeah.
He blasted them all.
Yeah.
Blam, blam, drrr, blam.
But that was after.
Right?
That was after the big piece of this
I don't
episode.
remember what order.
That was after.
Okay.
And the only reason why I remember, I'm like, oh, too much stress going on. Like, too much. I can't. I was like, at one point hiding under the blanket.
Okay, so when they start running out of the pet store, one of the Alexandrians fall down like a ridiculous person and gets all run over. She does say, at least she says, just go.
Yes.
But Michonne is actually hesitating there for a second, looking back to see if there's any chance that she could possibly save her.
Yeah.
And that
you can't fall like that.
Well, she fell on her ankle in the first place.
I know.
Like out of nowhere. It's like, trip.
You don't trip. No, you can't trip.
And then coming out, she fell.
Yeah, and it felt like they were just just like these ridiculous
I mean, if the
ways
guy with the shot leg can hobble,
yeah, and he had a bullet wound.
Yeah. So
anyway,
ridiculousness.
She died, and it for me it showed his first taste of leaving someone behind in a situation where you have to.
Yeah.
So you do leave people behind in those situations.
So that goes to show though that their group, his group, must have been the kind where they just really cared for each other and made sure everybody survived.
And they probably didn't make mistakes, or they probably steered clear away from any piece of any kind of situation where it may result in somebody getting attacked or something like that.
And I was saying, I wish that they would have killed her though. Like,
like why did they let her be eaten alive?
I feel like that was a common thing this episode. Like, since when
let
you just watch them get eaten alive? Since when?
Screaming in pain and agony.
You yourself know that you don't want to go down like that. So do the right thing and
why not just shoot her?
And especially an OG like our girl, Michonne, like just
poke her in the head. But they also did the other guy. What was his name? Betsy's husband. I don't know if we ever knew his name. I don't know. But Betsy, he talked about his wife was Betsy, the one that Michonne kind of connected with a little bit. Yeah, because he was bit. Yeah, that's right. He was bitten. And he handled that remarkably well.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he was bit. He was like, I know what this means. Let's go. And I know, I was watching a video and somebody was saying that why didn't he turn right away? But people don't realize he was bit. He had to have the fever and then he had to die first. You die first, then you turn. But somebody had mentioned, he didn't turn right. Why didn't he turn right?
That's the nation.
And it was starting to worsen. When they looked at it later. But it's a process.
Yeah, he has to get the fever a couple days.
Back when they used to be in the prisons, that was back when it was like
Jim, it took him a couple days, to die.
Now, once somebody dies, you don't know how long it's going to take.
Oh yeah, that you don't know. It could happen instantly or a couple minutes.
The ones that are instant are much more gruesome.
As far as like when they bit your neck out or something like that.
Obvious.
You
bit your neck out.
But
which can happen.
Yes, it can.
We asked.
But okay, so then they break off. Glenn and Nicholas, they get surrounded. They're on a garbage can, and I was wondering why didn't they get in? But I guess then you're trapped. I don't know, whatever. But they were on top. Nicholas having one of his episodes. Puts the gun to his head. Pow.
Said thank you.
Oh yeah,
he looked at Glenn.
He did.
And he said thank you, and then
boom, blood spatter, and then
fall down
and bring in other people. Yes. And then Glenn is down.
And then you see Glenn on the ground. And then you see intestines. All kinds of intestines being eaten.
You already know how I feel about them.
But I don't think it's Glenn's intestines. I think that they're messing with us.
And we talked about that.
Glenn is not dead.
It seems that Glenn wouldn't be able to just sit there looking at his intestines being eaten.
But he was. Although we didn't hear him, it looked like he was screaming.
Yeah, but there would have been blood coming out of his mouth. Intestines don't come out of your chest.
Yeah, that was his upper body, and it was up higher. It was Nicholas's body they were eating. I mean, that's just a given. It was Nicholas's body, but once they finished with
then what's gonna happen? So Glenn
is still laying there. I mean, I didn't see him die. I'm gonna say I did not see him die. I saw him fall into a pit of walkers, but I did not see him die.
Although I am wearing black and mourning just in case.
And I don't think Glenn deserved a better death than that. That's a sham. That's a random Alexandrian death.
And why didn't they go the other way?
Yeah.
Because, you go this way, there's the zombies over the fence, and then obviously the zombies coming at you. But like the one on the side where there's like woods, why didn't they go that way?
Yeah. Well, and then Glenn Mayhem, he was trying to, think about what to do next, and then you got Nicholas over there, So
I didn't like it.
Because Glenn was not at give up mode. He was calling to Nicholas, Nicholas.
Yeah.
To try to shake him out of it so we can go to plan B.
Yeah.
What are we going to do to get out of this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I did not see him die, but I just can't imagine him coming out of that. They're really going to have to sell it to me to make me believe that he was able to come out of that. Yeah, because that was a pretty, dire situation.
Do you think he would be able to fit under that?
But see, there were walkers all on the side.
Yeah.
They were completely encircled. Yeah, he was encircled by zombies. So I don't know how. I mean, they got to come up with something. But I mean, if they give it to me and make me believe it, I'll believe it. But I did not see him die. I know I'm gonna say
Although
that.
I felt emotional because it was like.
And then seeing him.
Is he dead? Is he not dead? Oh my
with
gosh,
that look on
there's
his
no way.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing him with that look on his face.
Now he has that look on his face, but it seems to me that he's too conscious to have his intestines eaten.
So he would have died instantly.
You don't just sit there and look at that.
Like it's just
for a while.
Yeah. No, that wasn't him. I honestly do not believe that was Nicholas. They were eating because Nicholas fell on top of him. But I don't know how he's going to get out of that, and I didn't see him die. So.
And if they come up with something where there's going to be a noise that's going to distract all those walkers and make them leave, I'm almost not going to believe that, because I still believe that if a walker is busy eating somebody and has all these intestines to go through, they're not just going to up and leave because of a noise.
But that was a lot of walkers.
Yeah, maybe the other one.
Maybe all.
Yeah, the other ones
would. And I was thinking,
and he could get out of that maybe.
Like I don't know how close Rick was to that area, but when he was with the machine gun, because there was wolves coming up the side of the RV.
So yeah, we don't know if the story on Glenn. However, I will accept, but like I said, I did not see him die. But, and we need to discuss, Daryl had his little situation going on. It was not that much. He didn't get a lot of screen time, but
I was like, where's Daryl?
He looks really good though.
Yes, he does.
Noted.
He does. But, he was trying to struggle with whether to go help, whether to stay and focus on the mission. And he, he eventually decided, okay, I'm going to do what is the greater thing to do and not be selfish. So I don't know if that was kind of a, breakthrough.
And he came back.
Kinda. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, you were talking about Michonne.
Yeah, when they were being chased by the zombies and they were climbing the gate.
Yeah.
Michonne, Heath, right?
Scott, and the one guy who's married to Betsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad. What's his name?
I don't know. Did they say it? I don't know.
Do you guys know his name? If so, put it down below, because I don't know.
Yeah, and he wrote the letter to Betsy too.
Yeah.
I know, and she didn't get it. Because Michonne didn't take it when he tried to give it to her, and now it's gone. No, but his wife would have wanted that.
But you know what?
She can say it.
I think Betsy got killed.
If Betsy's still alive, she can just relay the message.
Yeah, she can. But I think Betsy's probably got wolfed.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, that's possible.
But anyway, you were talking about
going over the fence.
The way it took them so long.
That is not an accurate representation.
Not of Michonne. She would have been over that fence. I don't know what that was about.
Like, are they really that strong? I mean, Michonne is strong.
Yeah.
For those zombies to be like.
Well, I guess there was a lot of them grabbing her.
But I mean,
I know. It was just
the one leg.
Yeah.
And like, why don't you just?
No, because she would. No, she should not have done that because she would have lost her balance and that.
I don't think so. Hasn't there been a similar situation?
No, I wouldn't have done that. I would not have let go.
She's strong.
I wouldn't have let go. No, I don't think.
And then she would have accidentally got
Glenn.
No,
Whoops.
But no,
it looked silly to me that he fell off.
But I really felt like
they were grabbing at his
struggle.
pants, his belt and all, so
still
they had a good grip on him.
But I even feel like her struggle looked fake. Like,
because she kept kicking her leg. But I guess they wanted to build the suspense to think, are they going to get Michonne? Are they going to get Michonne?
No, they did not.
They didn't get her. But they did get Betsy.
They
did get Betsy.
And again, they just sat there.
Why are you looking?
And watched him be eaten screaming,
alive,
in agony,
and he was. I mean, you could have.
Yeah, she could have stabbed him.
Yep.
And I don't know. I'm thinking. Well, I know Heath and Scott were in horror because they probably had never. Well, they did just see Annie, but but they probably had never. Yeah. So they were completely like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. But Michonne, the only reason I think that she would have done that is because she had that connection with him, and she told him that she was going to get him home. So she was kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't believe this.
And then she rubbed her arm off.
Yeah,
because she had written it on
that
her
was
arm.
a lie. That wasn't true.
Yeah.
But yeah. So they all, you know, the three of them got back, and I don't know what kind of decimated situation at Alexandria, because I didn't know that they were burning.
No.
Did you see the church?
It looked burnt.
Yeah, like it was burnt, or I didn't know that had happened.
Did that? No.
Was that pre, or was that how it was always, or was that the wolf?
Because wasn't that by the semi? That wasn't there the semi right there? I don't remember.
The wall. Maybe that was that expansion part, because the walls weren't really up. It was just the gate from the community gate. The walls that they built were not up in that area. So maybe that was when they were doing that expansion. Maybe
could be.
But yeah, so.
Well, I really look forward to next week's episode.
Yes.
One, to find out, is Glenn dead or is he not dead?
Yes, and they're gonna really have to sell me on believing that he.
And how did he get away?
Yeah, they're gonna. Hey, it's not gonna be just he just up. You just see him up running. They're gonna. Oh my gosh! And what did he do with that watch? Remember in the.
Oh yeah, like when he was on the ground.
Yeah. What did he do with it?
What happened?
They didn't
what was he doing? Because he was like one thing.
Yeah, he got to do one thing. I thought he was gonna write a letter, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He did something with that watch, that Herschel's watch, right?
So I look forward to next week to see what happens.
Yeah.
And then just to kind of see what the situation is back in Alexandria,
and Rick, he's got a situation going on too.
Yeah. And to see if they're gonna have to move on, or are they gonna stay in Alexandria, or are they gonna leave?
I'm sure there's gonna possibly be more interaction with the wolves.
Oh yeah, they're not. It's not over. And it seems like a lot of Alexandrians have died. What's left?
Yes. It's going to be interesting to see how many are left.
Yeah, Jesse is there.
Right?
Yeah, and the doctor, Denise. But well, I guess
I liked her.
She was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, it's going to be, and this episode was very good, very high rating. I still consider episode 2 to be my best thus far. But it was fantastic. But this one, it was pretty good, you know, because I'm on the edge about, I don't know whether Glenn died or not. So
So anyways, friends, let us know what you think down below. How did you like this week's episode, and what do you look forward to possibly seeing next week? Don't forget to like this video and to subscribe if you want to keep seeing us on a weekly basis. Oh, did I say thumbs up?
No, you said like.
Oh, I said like. I promise I will get this eventually, right? Thumbs up. And hit subscribe down below so that you can hang out with us on a weekly basis. Sometimes we do add bonus videos. Let us know if you like to see other things for us to do.
Like maybe Q&As.
Yeah. Get to know us a little bit more, or
just questions about The Walking Dead in general.
Yeah. So anyways, any comments below, we do like to respond to them and see, and any feedback that you guys might have. So I guess see you guys next week.
Bye.